Ministers, Deloitte recently reported that business insolvencies in Ireland are at their highest level in 5 years, due largely to inflation and interest rates. Does the government have any plan to address or tackle this?
So, I've read that report, and I think when you consider the amount of support that the Exchequer provided to the business community during COVID, it is probably the case that some businesses that may not have been viable were sustained during that period, and once those supports were withdrawn, underlying difficulties with some businesses may well have been revealed, and that could have resulted in the increase. But as is always the case, we keep it under constant review. We don't want to see any business close, but in the natural churn of a market-based economy, there will be businesses that won't succeed, but at the same time, new businesses are opening up and are being created all of the time in our economy. And that's why in the budget we had a whole range of measures designed to support the enterprise economy here in Ireland, with the improvements in the research and development tax credit, for example, the increasing of the rate, doubling of the first year instalment payment, increasing the employment investment and incentive scheme, bringing out new angel investor relief in terms of capital gains tax. So all of that is designed to create an environment in Ireland where starting a business and sustaining a business is going to be rewarded. But there will be churn, and we will certainly keep those various monitoring reports under review. And in the meantime, Minister Coveney is implementing now the increased cost of business support scheme, which involves grant support to qualifying businesses as well.
So would it be more that it's returning to a level that would have been pre-pandemic, and that there was sort of an artificial pause on these insolvencies during the pandemic? Is that sort of the position you would take?
I think it is certainly the case that the level of support that we extended as a government to businesses during the pandemic did help to sustain many businesses that otherwise could have got into difficulty. But we are now in a more normalised environment, and so we will have to monitor these reports on an ongoing basis to see what the underlying position is. But we do have an economy that is essentially at full employment. We have new businesses that are being started all the time, and I do believe the measures in the budget will help to create and spawn a new generation of start-up businesses in Ireland.
And just to add to that, the measures that are being now rolled out by Minister Coveney are worth €257 million. And that is €257 million of support that has been made available because we recognise that at the start of this year, the cost of doing business for many, particularly smaller firms and employers, is going up. And this support has been made available now also in conjunction with our local authorities to support these businesses at what we appreciate is a difficult time. We don't want to see any business close down. We don't want to see anybody lose their job, but at the same time we do recognise that businesses closing and businesses open is part of how an economy can change. And what we are trying to do is, when that change is happening, support companies that can continue to be viable with the cost of living business grant, the impact of which will be felt now in the coming weeks.